All right. Finally made it in. Okay, so I'm going with the water signs tonight. Yeah, I forgot to flip my cards around. Give me a moment. So we'll do, we had voting in the infinity room, and we ended up with people wanting to see spirituality and love. So I'm going to mix those two again. Seems to be a pretty good combo so far. So we'll see what we have this week. It should be interesting. The energies are really, I mean, they're out there, man. Everything's changing, multiple things going on all at once. Your priorities have to be in line, or you're going to get, how do you say, scattered, or you could be scattered, that kind of thing. That's what I'm picking up on here. So hopefully nobody's in that energy. And we will go from there. Sorry, I should have done this before I started. Just bombed in here and everything. I had to reverse the cards and go from back to front. Okay, here we go. So Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio in that order. And we'll start with the spirituality and work our way into love and romance. Here we go. First card for the Pisces for the week. I think I'm going to do every other week, but whatever. Whenever it hits you. So we have the 7 of water for the water Pisces with the fish. Again, give me a minute here, kind of tap in. They are making me aware of that seashell on her arm, like a symbol. I have in my deck, the seashell is about silence. So we may have broke silence here, or something. We may have created a silence or broke a silence, or both. There's a big flux here in the communication process. Her eyes are closed, so that is, kind of leads me to believe an energy of falling away here a little bit, being quiet, trying to be quiet in the mind, but definitely the vocals are right down to nil here. There's a sense of not communicating, but going inside to deal with a lot of things here. And again, highly guided, right? These Pisces are trying to tap into things internally, maybe so that they can communicate, they can break silence here from someone or something. Next card is integrity. Interesting. The owl of wisdom, and then there's cheetah, jaguar. That's a cheetah. Yeah, cheetah. And then the woman, right? Give me a minute here. I want to know what they're saying. There is something here on the Pisces mind having to do with the direction that they go forward. I obviously, right, the nakedness brings me into the romantic area here. We may have some hang-ups in the bedroom. Now, just give me a minute. I feel like we're trying to let them go, or we're realizing we need to let them go, and this all kind of intermingles with our integrity here somehow, some way. This will probably come out in the rest of the cards here. Again, I forgot to put 18 plus. I get in here and it's like, whoop, forget. So yeah, cards get pretty raunchy later on here, but nonetheless, there's an owl of wisdom there perched, just ready. And she is not in active mode, very passive. There's a jaguar coming through here, signifying a great strength, of inner strength, that wants to come forward. So there may be some sexual issues that we are either trying to conquer, going to conquer, and this is going to create a great strength on the outside of us in that kind of way. I feel like this is a very like a body issue, right? Body issues is what they said. Okay, so next card, King of Fire. That Leo in the middle there, right? King of Fire. He is all action. He's fire. Sorry, he's fire. Repeating myself. Give me a minute here. Yeah, they're going, we have pride here. That goes back to the Pisces. They're going, we're trying to build our pride, and it may have to do with some physical issues that we have within our physical body. Yeah, all that energy is going back to the Pisces. They're going, it all goes down the line. Now they're going inside to deal with some issues here, heavily having to do with, I feel, relationships in an intimate kind of way. Now, the King of Fire, all that energy going back on her, they want her to come out with pride and just walk like that lion, with a sense of satisfaction in oneself. This is what I'm getting. Okay. So I'm going to move on here. And we're going to move into, what are they? I don't know. I forgot my box. Okay. So anyway, the next set of cards will expand here on 7. And again, I was getting a sense here of either breaking silence or something to do with the interruption of speaking or communication. On top of that, I get differences. We may be frustrated here by differences and therefore going inside to strike a balance is what they said. Now, is that the differences within ourself? It could be both. It could be differences that we have within our own self that we're trying to work out. And then there's differences in those outside of us that we are trying to work around here. Now, usually this one, it really hits me with, or we may be seeing differences in another and trying to go inside to deal quite highly with that. What is the matter? Sorry, it's not focusing. A new camera, I guess. Okay, so yeah, going inside, there's some differences here we need to see. I'm not too sure where that lands yet, but as the reading goes on here, it'll probably come forth. Now, the integrity, again, I felt like this had to do with intimacy issues or our body cavity. I'm saying it really kind of like a doctor, but something to do with our body and how we use it. There's something here about, I mean, that's self-explanatory, using it with integrity. Maybe we haven't done so in the past, and we're trying to strike a balance here so that we do this, so that we're only going in places where we know that our integrity is going to be quite high, or the other person is. And then again, I get a strong sense here, like the fire, the Leo, the lion, they're showing the lion really strutting its stuff. This is what I'm getting for the Pisces. Being highly guided to do this universally. Strut your stuff, go out there. And we may have a problem with our physical, something to do with our physical appearance or whatnot, in order to break through that. Now, on top of the integrity, we have fulfillment. And that is about being lush with things, okay? And I'm getting a sense, it's interesting, I'm getting a sense here from the energies that the Pisces may feel that they can't get lush with things and still keep their integrity. So there may be some kind of a belief system here that puts things in a box that we feel we can't break out of. Now, give me a minute here. Yeah, because the universe is wanting you to just really be extravagant with yourself. Like, just go out there and do and be all the things and not let, like, just revel in it. Really, that's what I'm getting. And I feel like the Pisces, I don't know where she's going with it, but she's worried about her integrity in the process, but I don't feel any action going in that direction. But again, the King of Fire, he's all about action, right? And we have lust. Okay, here we go. Okay, so very clearly, we may have a partner or someone we are interested in. We may be seeing some differences, intimately or otherwise. And we are I feel like we're on the choo-choo train of fulfillment. we want to go trekking down this train, but something here about the integrity is kind of slowing us down and going like, I don't know if I can pull this off and keep my integrity intact, right? Especially when there's enough lust here for, it seems like she's carrying enough lust for both of them, right? Because, and then of course the King of Fire, right? He is the most passionate. When you think of fire is very passionate. And he's the king, so he's, yeah. Okay, so we're wanting to go outward in passion here. Now, I brought some soft love cards into the spiritual side to kind of break up the energy between this part and the sex side. But it seems like we got a high focus on our integrity in a romantic direction. Okay, boom, there it is. Okay, differences. What do we get there? Appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. I feel like this is kind of a grounding. They want you to, instead of thinking about the future, the past, they want you to be right in the moment, process things as it comes, that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting there. Now, on top of fulfillment, we get be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. Okay, they're making a link. Hold on here. So the integrity. This is what I'm getting. Now, this woman here, this Pisces or male, whatever, I feel like her integrity is saying, you don't go outward looking for fulfillment, because that's kind of something they may have learned along the road. Something here about going outward having to do with an integrity that the woman, okay, yeah, okay. Give me a minute here. They want to be fulfilled, but they don't want to be aggressive or go outward in it, because there's integrity here we're trying to keep in check, under wraps. I don't know. Be supportive. So, and I feel like the supportive here is more like, just show that you care. You don't have to go outward and be aggressive with it, but you can show and be supportive of what it is the direction you want to go in. Okay, so on the lust here, what do we get? New love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. Opening up the field there. There's a star she's trying to catch. Look at that. Eh? So, give me a moment. Appreciate the moment. Be supportive. And new love. So there's definitely somebody coming into your field for sure. We might have to come a little out of our comfort zone in order to show them that, one, that we care, and two, like coming out of our comfort zone to show that to the other person in order to gain that love. I feel something to do with that. Okay. Now, I have a native spirit card and then a flower card. I kind of added a little too many extras here today. And anyway, the native spirit card to kind of help you with the spiritual end here is truly, this person is in love and lust here. They're quite focused on that area. Something's going on with some new energy coming in their way. We'll get into that soon here. So that seems to be their focus. Now, the energy from the native spirit is the spirit keeper of the north. So I'll put that up there. These are usually really pretty cards. And then I'll read Spirit Keeper of the North. North, okay. Glasses. Oh, gone. Okay, hold on here. These are dirty. Usually have two, but these are my far away ones. They look funny. They're on the clearance shelf, so don't laugh, okay? Anyway. Okay, Spirit Keeper of the North. Okay, so the meaning, it says take time to contemplate, turn within. And this is exactly what they're doing, by the way, right here. They are doing this. And naturally, that's it's happening. Or they're being urged for sure. So it says connect with your ancestors, incubate ideas, mend relationships, watch your dreams, meditate. The answers are inside you, waiting to be heard. Stay warm, create dreams for your future, repair whatever is broken in your home and your life, forgive those and situations that have been dragging around for a while. The native spirit wants you to know in the medicine wheel, the north is the direction that symbolizes the darkest time of night, the coldest part of winter, and the dark of the moon. And it also represents the elder time in life and even a time of endings. Pulling the spirit keeper of the north indicates that it's time to take measure of your life, explore what's working and what's not working, and what and whom you need to release. It's also a time to make repairs in your physical environment as well as make repairs in your body. And I do feel that as well. I feel there's body issues here that they're dealing with. So additionally, this is time to begin to dream and make plans regarding your future. Your ancestors are close at this time. Call on them and they want to help you. If you live in the southern hemisphere and draw this card, read the Keeper of the South. So there may be people in the southern hemisphere, like, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to read the Keeper of the South, okay? So if you're in the southern hemisphere of the world, Aussie and all that stuff, this is for you. So it says, Spirit Keeper of the South, it's about abundance and prosperity in all forms, expansion, surging energy, activity and movement, rapid growth. Be open to receiving the bounty of the universe. This is a great time for medical procedures, and your energy will be at a maximum. And the spirits want you to know, in the medicine wheel, the south is the direction that symbolizes the warmth of the noonday sun, sorry, summertime, the full moon, and a time of rapid growth. Crops grow with vigor during the summer months, and in the human cycle, it also represents the vitality of childhood, and this is a time to shine. It also is a time of great bounty in all areas of your life. Open your arms to receive gifts from the universe. Yeah. So that's interesting. They put that in there. So yeah, so if you're on the south, it's different because there's that different season. We're shifting. Seasons are all opposites. Everything's crazy down there, but it's good crazy because it's everything's brewing. It's fresh. So Keeper of the north here, things are kind of slowing down. You got to figure out what needs to go, what needs to kind of calm down. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, it's things that need to liven up, kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so those are the spiritual cards. I got a flower card I'm going to put in here to transition. So the flower card for the Pisces is the white carnation, and it talks about devotion. Be true and pure in thought and deed. And it's interesting to me that the integrity card is there with the devotion. So there may be a link there with that energy. Okay, so here we go. Love and sex. Here we go. First card, the devil. What do you know? 15. That is an energy. This woman, she is chained. If you look at her foot, she's kind of chained. She's all done up and going out and doing her thing, but she is chained to something that is off camera. What? Focus. Yeah, there's a chain there. She's just not feeling free at all. So this may be an addiction that we have. Again, body integrity here was something that, so we may have some food issue things going on, drink issue things going on, any kind of addiction here that has to do with maybe our integrity. We may be dealing with this at this time. Next card, 8 of Wands, 8 of Canes. This is interesting because this is about one night stand. Now, this man here, he has a ribbon on his hand, and that signifies that he is in a relationship, but I do not know that this woman is that partner. I feel like, this is somebody kind of going out like, oh, what have I done? I kind of may have, and I mean, when we have the devil card back and that energy up, that's devious, right? We're going out maybe in a partnership or something like that, and then we're going out sneaking around. Okay, next card, not good. Six of Swords. That's about introductions. This is interesting to me because it would be, you'd think it'd be backwards, right? Give me a minute to tap in here. Yeah, there's something going on with a new connection here. Either it gets physical real quick, and then again, they're bringing me back to that integrity card, right? Did we meet someone here and then just hop into bed and then whoops, like stuff is brewing here? Okay, next. Next row on the 15, we get the World card. That is interesting because the World is the final completion, right? We're on top of it. We finished, successfully completed something here. So whatever it is that we were chained to, we may have come to the end of that kind of feeling anyway, of being chained, of not being free. Now, what's the next card that goes over here? Because this is kind of the energy that don't, not that it doesn't fit, it just kind of is, doesn't go nowhere. You have the Death card. Yeah, interesting. That is, ends, transitions, and whatnot. And I mean, with the World, it means that there's a cycle here that has ended. It may have been someone that we felt highly tied to here in some kind of way, but because the World gives a happy completion. Like when you get the World card, you're happy to have completed that cycle because now it's over and you can move forward. It's like a relief. Now, when you get this Death card, is like there's no prep for it, but there's a change that needs to happen or has happened. Now, it's on this one night stand card, so I don't know. It's almost like this one night stand has broken them from something else. Okay, next. Six of Swords is about introductions, feeling cozy with someone, warming up to someone. This is what I'm getting. On top of that, we get the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is very decisive. He's very, not the warmest people on the planet, these King of Swords, but they are very much in their element of coming from their head rather than their heart. And they make decisions based on logic. And they don't have a lot of empathy. Now, it kind of doesn't make sense, but we're going to move forward because this energy is all over the place. Now, yeah, it's all over the place. So I'm going to figure that out as we go here. So on the World card, for the sex cards, we get the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. That is, can be Capricorn, by the way. The World. Okay, there's a completion here somehow. And the sense that they were giving me is we're free now. We're free. We're no longer chained to something. And that is a relief as we move forward. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles comes in. Look at her offering, or look at him offering her an opportunity here. Take my pair, and away we go. And she's, reaching out to do that. Now, what is going on here with the, I don't feel that's his energy, this. Or maybe this is that's him there. He had a one night stand with someone, but he's also, I don't know. Let's go. Okay, so Death on the transition. He may be transitioning. Okay, just give me a moment. We have the Ten of Swords. What? Oh, man. Okay. Pisces, what is going on? Give me a moment. We got a lot of people involved here. We got a King of Swords. We got a King or a Knight of Pentacles. And what do we got here? There was somebody else back here. Yeah, no, I think that was it. That was it. And the Devil. This is a tricky one. Give me moments. Having problems. But anyway, there's King of Swords. So we have an air sign. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. These are the two. Okay. Now we have a Pisces in the middle, either between these two, trying to make a decision, or they are having a one-night stand with one of these two. I feel like they're dating. They may be dating. Man, this is really tight. It's really tight. There's people here, and I can't. Now, somebody's getting upset here. This one-night stand, okay? There's something that breaks our heart in that way. Now, that sort of truth is there. So there's some kind of truth that's been laid here. Has broke this woman's heart. I don't know what direction that comes in, but the Death card comes as it could be an ending to someone we were physically invested in. Okay. The next card, the King of Swords here. Now, this is about new introductions and cozying energy. What do we got on there? What do you know? We get the Knight of Wands. Now, that's interesting to me. Because the Knight of Wands is very, dreamy kind of energy. I'm getting adventurous, but soft. Give me a minute here. Sussing energy. Were we heartbroken by someone and now going off and in a new direction to, that's what it is. Okay. We may have got heartbroken by someone. There's an offer here, somehow ended up in heartbreak. Okay. Now, there's a Knight of Swords marching in, and we're getting to know them real good, and things are going well. Again, we've got someone here that's very blunt, not a lot of heart to come from, but seems like we may be kind of trotting off in our mind and going in that direction. Okay, next card. So on top of this Knight of Pentacles, what do we get there? Truth. That's the sort of truth, and that's the truth. So that Knight of Pentacles laid a truth on us, broke our heart, is what happened here. Broke our heart, changed everything. Okay, next. Made her happily single. That's why she went out, had a one-night stand, because now she's no longer, she may have been in between these two people, and now, we're jumping out into a new direction now. Knight of Wands. What do we get there? Strike. That is not a good thing, by the way, in my deck. We may strike out in this direction. We may have someone that we are kind of lightly getting invested. And I really do get a dreamy feeling in this direction. Somebody like an air sign coming in that may miss the ball, what do you call that? Miss the pin here a little bit. We may get up in our head about it, and then it just kind of fades. Okay, so on the sex side, we have the Four Swords on the Knight of Pentacles. So that is about disappointment, sorrow, grief. That's heavier than disappointment. It's sorrow and grief. We had a relationship here we may have put a lot of weight into, and now are sitting in between light and dark here, trying to deal with it. Heartbroken, dealing with the weight of the relationship, but nonetheless happily single. We get the 13, which is the Queen of Cups. That is her element. Okay. Now that is your element. That is you. So really here, it's her cup is there. She's waiting for it to get filled. So there's a man going to come fill the cup. Whatever way you want to take that, that's what it is. And then on top of this strike in this new direction, we have the 2. Now this is about, kind of venturing off. How do you explain this card? it's kind of, just getting naughty with things. That's really all I can say here. We may venture into a new direction and then it just kind of fizzles out. We may get intimate and then kind of, that's the sense I'm getting. Maybe we don't jive physically with this person, that kind of thing. And it just doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Now, to clarify, Nine of Swords. Yeah, look at this. 4 swords, 9 of Swords. We are just in heartbreak and grief and sorrow about all this stuff that happened. We got rejected in one direction. And, I'm feeling this is a compound of both directions, just not working out to the betterment here. So on the 13, which is her, we get the, 10 of Swords. Look at that. So, to compound things, we got hurt in one direction, and then there's more coming in another direction. And it may have been an accumulation of hurts that we just can no longer take, right? So on top of that, too, you get the 3 of Wands about looking for things in a new direction. Yeah. So, yeah, we may have a partner here that may have offered us something, but there's too many hurts here, too much stress and anxiety here to keep going forward. So we got to look to our future and wait for things to hit that way. It's just it's not good here. Sorry about that, but I'm getting a real bad energy. So what is the animal card to kind of soften things here? We get the orca, and that is about song lines. I don't know what it's about. I don't even know what that word is. Song, SONG, lines, song lines. Oh, okay, maybe because the whales sing, right? They have that as one word. Song lines. That's what it says there. I feel like, I mean, I know for me lately too, it's been crazy. A lot of music has been speaking to me through the radio, through whatever. I always have music playing. So we may be getting universal pats on the back through music, song lyrics, this kind of thing. But we are kind of depressed nonetheless. There's a lot of stress and anxiety here. Situations, and I feel like we're kind of got 2 ways and don't know that either one of them is really going to check out here or work out here. I feel like we're being stressed highly, and if not, betrayed highly. So I'm not too sure. I feel like this one might even be a partner of the Pisces going out and having a one-night stand and then hurting us to a degree, right? And creating that. I think that's what might be on the other side. But nonetheless, that's kind of a crappy reading. Sorry, Pisces. Hopefully next week is better. Hopefully next week. Okay, so Cancer. Here we go. First card for the spiritual. Whew. Clear that energy out. First card, the Ace of Fire. What do you know? Good shot. That is about new directions, new activity, taking action in a new way. This spider, they spin webs. They create webs, and that's the sense I'm getting is the Cancer is ready to. I think a while back it was like spin your web or something. So I feel like that's the energy they're sitting in. Next card, the Sage. It's about wisdom, learning. Very, very smart. The Sage is usually the strong, silent type. They watch and they observe and they take in every little detail. This is the sense I'm getting. Why? So that we can act appropriately. I feel like the Cancer is very much wanting to take action, but they may still be in observation mode here, but they're getting revved up for something. Yeah, perception. That is interesting mix. That usually means in the black, it means that we may have a darker perception than what is actually needed here. But the Cancer may also have that instinct that I think I got to wait a little longer here. I got to watch a little longer, see what's truly going on here. because that web they want to walk on, not quite ready yet. Okay, so expansion cards on that Ace of Fire. Look at this. They got focus. That's the Sagittarius card if I ever seen one. Yeah, they have a plan here, man. They want to carry it out and they're focused. They want to make sure that they get everything right down to the detail, everything correct, everything right. They don't want a mishap here because this is a big decision, is the sense I'm getting. And we're going to make darn sure that we have all our facts, all our ducks, everything's in a row. Now, on the Sage, what do we get there? The fledgling. So yeah, because remember I said strong, silent type. These are the people that need to watch. I feel like this may be a new territory for the Cancer that I'm picking up on. It's like maybe I acted before and I never truly, how do you say, was quiet for long enough or got all the details. And I feel like we may remember these lessons from the past, be bringing it forward. So the fledgling, they're really about the passion beginning. So we may have something outside of us turning that temperature up. We want to go outward in a direction here of passion or whatever lights us up, right? And this is having to do with that highly. Why we're going to take our time here and figure out. Okay, on top of the perception, we have success. Well, what do you know? I feel like, okay, I feel like this here, this Sage, because he's here, we may figure this out because of sitting here and looking and, you know, with our instinct and all that intact. We may straighten our perception problems out. It's very interesting because the Cancer's picking up on the fact that, you know, I think I got something wrong here. I think I got to look a little more. I got to wait a little more. Something don't feel right. And so they are doing that until they feel inspired to go forward. And I feel like they fix it because obviously we get the success card. So they fix the perception problem by sitting and observing and focusing before they act, right? Putting it all together. And I'm getting that in the past, we may have jumped guns here a little bit too. So this is a learning experience for Cancer, but they're very slick at it. It's going in a good way. So the love cards, have patience, focus, but have patience. And I think they're on the track here where they know what they're doing. Love is patient and kind always. So if that's the subject that we're dealing with, again, the Lotus, he digs up all the nutrition from the mud of the swamp, the darkness of the swamp. So, but wow, what beauty he creates in it. So a little bit of that kind of idea here is maybe we have a relationship here we're focused on and we're making rash decisions. Now we're slowing down, watching, waiting. There's a perception here that is either changing or needing to change. And somehow we get in the flow and we find that needs to be changed. Now on top of the fledgling, boy, am I stuttering. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more. So this may be about the singles figuring out what direction that should go in. Simple as that. Now on the success card, it says, choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. Express and choose and have patience. Give me a minute here. Yeah, they're making me look at this this yellow scene here. There's like a family there and they're like sitting around a table talking, but it seems like they're all women. Choose love. I don't know. It's almost like we may be talking to friends about things to get insight. And I'm getting a neutral feeling there. It's just like, yeah, we're talking and we're not really able to come up with anything until we look, for ourselves, which is truly where you should come from anyway. We're kind of going outside and talking to people, but not gaining headway is what I get. And the thing is too, like wherever we feel that love, we want to go outward and express it. And if we are not seeing it outside, we have to have patience. There's a sense here, there's something we want to go after. Like there's a target here, but it's almost like it may not be ready yet. It's the sense I get. Or that's your perception of that person. Well, they're not ready yet, and I'm not going to go, this kind of thing. Okay, so the native spirit card that we have for the Cancer is the owl medicine. Look at this. And there's lots coming from that. The owl, right, is wise. He's cute too, this one. I'm going to read the... Yeah. Okay. Wisdom, illumination, intuition, clairvoyance, and deep insight. Go within. Profound majesty and grace is available to you simply by pulling your awareness inward. Ancient knowledge is emerging within you, and you know the truth. Trust your perception. You are a truth seeker and truth sharer. Nurture the feminine spirit within you. This is very much about the intuition, and I felt that highly as well in the beginning. What was it? The wise, what's his name? This guy? Yeah, the sage, the wise old man. That's all that knowledge, right? Coming there. And the strength too, from that wolf carries this inner strength. So there's that. Okay. So the native spirit wants you to know about the owl medicine, that in some indigenous cultures, the men say that they're afraid of the owl because it represents the power of woman, and they are in awe and even afraid of the power of women. And other native cultures call the owl the night eagle, for it has the majesty of the eagle, but works silently in the darkness of night. In Western cultures, the owl sits on the shoulder of Athena and also Merlin, revealing sacred truths. And when this card chooses you, you are at an advent of time of illumination and transformation. And I do feel that as well. And the other cards support it. That we are learning stuff here. Yeah, by simply observing. And I think what they're trying to say here is we're used to going outside to getting the answers, and now we're going inside, and guess what? We're gonna be a lot more successful in that just by making that shift alone. And they're going, that's where our perception was off. We're depending on other people to make our decisions. Oh no, you gain success how? By first of all, choosing the love path where you truly feel you want to go, and then by going inward and figuring all the rest of it out. Wow, that's a good one though for Cancer. Now, the flower for this week is geranium, talking about virility. Shake it up a little. You've got this. That's what it says. Shake it up a little. You got it. When you got the owl of wisdom on your shoulder, man, you can't make mistakes. Why? Because you go inside and you use your emotional barometer and you suss things out. So we just have to take action from there, and we're good to go. So now we're going to go into the sex side and see what the heck's going on there for Cancer. First card. Two of Swords. What did I just say? Oh man, I gotta go back here. Okay. Be willing to express love. The Two of Swords, this is about sashing, covering up the heart. We do not want to go there. We do not want to feel from there. We do not. So this is they're not doing this. Be willing to express love. They're going, no, not me. Not today, not ever. Right? Indecision ultimately is the Two of Swords, unable to make it. I feel like they are very prepared to make it, and they're getting even more prepared to make it. But I feel somehow here they just don't want to invest. Their heart does not want to go in. Next is the Ten of Cups. Well, isn't that interesting? Because that is about emotional fulfillment, contentment in this deck. because this guy's just relaxing and chilling. But there's something here that we're not seeing. I don't know. I'm not getting. Yeah, 19, the sun. Now this is interesting to me because this sun card is different than any other sun card. It is about happiness, but being at a happiness that is at a distance from you. So the sense here is we can't make a decision because we want our 10 of Cups, but it feels like it's not here, or it's not with us, or we don't feel we can gain it from the partner we're with, or we don't feel the partner has what. There's something missing here. We're separated from that which makes us happy. Okay. So on the 2 of Swords, we get the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is a dude on his way up to making money and being stable and whatnot. He kind of moves slowly into the picture. I feel like there may be some decisions we need to make about this person or that kind of character. Slow, methodical, grounded. He likes to be like he likes routine. This guy, just give me a minute. Yeah, he's got a certain routine, this guy. This may be someone at a distance from you. You may be in a relationship thinking about a person that's at a distance from you, that they are very regimented. They have a routine, and because of this, you can't see them, can't get in touch with them, This is what I'm getting. 10 of Cups, couple that is secure in their relationship, and she's just kind of on the balcony admiring him playing with the cats, and we get Judgment on top of that. And look at it go back to, yeah, because there's a decision that needs to be made here. So it may be that if we're in a relationship and we're looking at someone else and we can't seem to make, can't seem to make our schedules match, they're going, well, maybe we should make a decision to get out of that kind of thing. I feel like there's a judgment call here that needs to be made in order for this to become more obvious, is what they said. Now on the 19 here, which is the sun, and it's about happiness, but as potential unfulfilled, I'm getting like I can see it or I can feel it out there, but it's not here. We get the Hermit, yeah, and again going inside. So I feel like the Cancer's on the precipice of something. They just have to make one decision to jump, and they've got it, but they're not making that decision to go. But the Hermit's in there. They're gonna get instinctively guided here. On the Knight of Pentacles, who's this guy? 3. So someone we enjoy the act with. This is the fun-loving sex, right? They're jumping in the kitchen. Pots are on the wall, and everything's happy-go-lucky. Like we have fun and we get excited to see this person, and we, obviously we mesh physically. So, but I'm getting happy. So it's almost like an old partner or an old friend, or well, it's more than a friend here, but someone here that we've not seen in a long time, but very excited, and we just want to, this is what I'm getting. Now on top of the Judgment, we get the Knave of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. No, this is weird because this is a fun-loving card, and this is kind of like forcing things. Like, okay, just give me a minute. Maybe the partner that we're with here, just give me a minute. Again, it could be flipped. It could be the other person that we're thinking about. But nonetheless, I'm getting a sense here. I kind of have to have a lot of drinks in me in order to get intimate with this partner, because you're not enjoying the act with them. But there is someone here that we do enjoy the act with. But there's someone here that is, it's not enjoyable is what I get. And this guy's trying to ply her with liquor so that she's more reasonable. So that's the scenario, right? And then again, her fingers like hanging over the fire, like you're going to get burnt here if you don't watch out. So however that may or may not fit into your situation there. Now on the Hermit, that's about going inside. Would you look at this? They have the Hermit here. So not only are we going inside, mentally and spiritually, but we're going inside physically, getting away from the sex scene. Maybe at one point we had fun. I don't know. I just kind of, it's interesting to me. I get two forms of sex. So it may be one when we're drunk and one when we're not drunk. I don't know. But the thing is here, there's a fun-loving sexual activity that's going on. It's really great and groovy. And that's the Knight of Pentacles pushing that energy. Now, and then there's another one here where it's not, and it's on the judgment call. It's like, it's almost like something needs to go here. So we're removing ourselves from all of this, mentally, physically, everything, in order to get close. But I feel like there's a we may like someone that's okay, we may be in a relationship that's just stale, and then we may like someone outside of that relationship and may have been physical with them to a high degree, and things were really good and fun, and we're just removing ourselves at this point, but we're not free, I don't think, to like, there's a judgment call here that needs to happen, and I'm feeling like it's not there. So on the 3 here, which is the fun loving, the direction I feel like Cancer wants to go in, or at least enjoyed anyway, we have the travel map. That's about needing guidance on how to get there is the sense. There's a bigger gap here than just distance. And this emphasizes that fact. This person is at a distance, and we may not even know where they are. It may be an old love that we couldn't track down. We can't track down. We don't know where they physically are. And we're trying to find them, but we can't. So this is blocking them from, because they know they got love there, but they just can't seem to make it connect. Okay. Now on this judgment call about this scenario here where we're just not happy, it's really kind of a negative card to me, where we have someone that's kind of trying to liquor them up to get them more pliable, and it's just not natural, right? So we get the female. Now this female, she's single, so maybe this is an ex that we left, and now we're single and we're looking for this one we had maybe a while back or in the past. So there's a situation here where some people are single, okay? But I was picking up on someone in. Now on the double hermit, we have evasion. Now this is interesting, because if she's single, what's she evading? That's why I was getting that energy. They're going for some are going to make themselves single from this relationship that's not happy, no matter if they can't find that one that they're looking for. And some of them are just going to run away from the relationship or hermitize themselves so much that they evade it altogether, but they're still there. I don't know. Okay. So now we're going to get into the second layer of sex cards on top of the travel map. Again, somebody we had a good fun with, a lot of fun-loving, intimate, like, and exciting. Like, it was exciting to meet them and see them and rendezvous. Now on top of there, we get the High Priestess, and she is masked somewhat. So she has secrets with this person that she just doesn't tell. It's kind of like kissing and not telling. So this may be someone that we had a relationship on the down low, or one side or the other just doesn't, as fun-loving and exciting as it was, somebody doesn't feel the need to spread it around. Like, it's a very private connection is what I'm getting. Now on top of the single female, and also, the area here where things were not so well, we get the Ace of Wands, and that's that beginning of passion in a new direction, right? A new direction we're going to start going in. And on the evasion, we get the 11. Now this is good. 11 of Cups. Because this shows, this is the Page of Cups, as we would call him. And this shows that he is very vulnerable. He tells truths, like, he does not lie. He does not wear a mask. Now, the thing is, Cancer's wearing a mask here. but somebody on the other side here, and I feel like this is the new direction they want to go in, is very open, and they have no hidden agenda, no what do you call that? Vulnerable. I said that. Vulnerable and open and honest, and they just not hiding anything. You just what you see what you get. Now it's interesting to me because they're making me the 1111 here and the one in the middle. I didn't notice that right off the bat. So this may be a high soulmate connection here that may be coming in. Yeah, but beware, because one person is all out. They are honest and truthful, and the Cancer's holding back. So the only way to connect that is to release that. So if they can be more themselves, genuinely themselves, and be truthful and honest with that person back, because I feel like, look at her, she's facing that direction, and it's like they don't connect. And the only thing that I'm getting, because they got a lot of passion in between them, only thing I'm getting is she's wearing a mask. So she just has to be more honest. And if she does, I feel like, or he, I feel like they can, they can bring it up another notch. But anyway, this I feel is someone in their in their distant past, or someone that a soulmate that's coming around. 11-1-11 wants to start, but I feel like the Cancer's looking for this person that was maybe truthful and honest with them, but they're it's in the future here or something. The energy's there, so it's waiting to happen. So it's just in the manifesting stage is what I feel. Okay, now I'm just gonna the 3. Then we have the 9 of Cups. That's about making wishes and dreams fulfilled here. And again, this 9 here, it can mean that we're, there's a lot of actually I'm getting stubbornness. Give me a minute. Okay, I gotta put these back up because we had this guy and we had this guy and we had this girl, and I'm getting stubbornness, and that comes from that card. Maybe a stubbornness to remove her mask in order to make her wishes come true. Because the 9 of Cups is about getting our wishes and dreams fulfilled. And it can also be about drinking a lot as well. But I don't feel that so much. Now, on top of the on top of the Ace of Wands, we get the Ace of Swords. Would you look at this? That's about truth-telling, clarity, and I feel like maybe that's what this, what do you call it, Cancer is all up in their head about, is speaking truths to someone else. They're waiting to do this. They want to do this. They're coming up with truths to spout out. Now, again, we're wearing a mask, so there's something here we want to hide from them, but we are very interested in going and connecting with them, and it may even be something that is would make our wishes come true. Now, top of the page, we have a Knight. Now, this is interesting to me. Hold on, I gotta go backwards here. So there's a lot of passion and a need to discuss this with someone. And these are 2 different suitors. We may have a younger male offering us, or female offering us vulnerable attention and whatnot. What do you call that? Like they're really enjoying, like they're, what's the word? Oh, come on. Empathetic? No, that's not it. But they're very happy, very excited, and they want to show all their little bits to this person. They want to go outward and just express, like, from, like, a youthful, enjoyable place. I'm gonna post that word when I find it tomorrow morning, probably. And then the Knight of Pentacles is about solid offers. So we may have a young, joyful offer from someone, and we may also have a sturdy offer here from someone else. Now, the interesting thing is that we're going in different directions. The Empress here, she is clearly looking that way, facing that way. She's not looking at anybody, neither one of these dudes. This may be in the future and have to do with her being truthful in order to get there. And then he'll turn around. I feel it's the thing. She may be masking too much of herself, and therefore the Knight can't pick up on her. This is what they're giving me. We're not ourselves enough. So the guy, it's like this guy, we're hidden from him because he's back to us and she's veiled, right? So he's hidden. Can't see. This guy sees her though. I get the sense. This guy is offering to her. He's kind of being vulnerable and, all out there in the dating scene. And hey, he's all out there. And she's kind of, I don't know, she may or may not indulge in this. So that's the scenario, having to do with our wishes and dreams. I think the Cancer knows exactly where they want to go. They're just not willing to give up their secrets in order to do it, is the sense I'm getting. And therefore he won't come. I feel like the universe holding them back until the Cancer comes out and says, this is me. And I'm being more honest, I think, with themselves, about themselves, like being more themselves authentically. It's what I feel. Till we do that, we're not going to have that Knight of Pentacles who is somewhat solid here, working his way up. And he may even be, it may even be an earth sign that is very, very excited to be around and still have all that stability and whatnot, like a joyful, youthful kind of feel, but he still has some stability to back him. But he has, stability to back him. So anyway, the animal card for Cancer, companionship, talks to the dog. Yeah. So we are looking for a loyal companion, but until we get real with our secrets, I feel like there's secrets, like it's almost like there's a talk that wants to happen with the Cancer and somebody else, and they need to reveal that. Otherwise, it's just kind of going to be a missed opportunity, but it's there in the air. But sense is that we need a roadmap to find it. Trying to evade one relationship, and we need a roadmap in order to find the new one here that's stable. So we'll see what happens next week, because I feel like this is kind of a cliffhanger. But that is Cancer. Okay. For Scorpio, last but not least for the evening here. Again, I was behind. I meant to come in earlier. It just didn't happen. So I don't know. Maybe I'll squeak in the airs. I'll see. Okay, first card for Scorpio. Spirituality. 5, fighting. Not good. This is about quarreling, struggles. They use the word struggles that we are having with ourselves and others. Like it's within ourselves, and then we're going outward to others in that same energy. Next card. 9 of fire. Now, this is that rose, that heart that wants to come forward and show itself. And we may be in competition for someone, or offended, or have a partner here that we're having maybe ego battles with. This is high on the list here this last month. I think. Ego battles could very well be. There's an opening here for this Scorpio, and is wanting to bloom here from the heart. But we got, issues here outside of us. We're not quite able to take things so compassionately, is the sense I'm getting. Next. The emotion and intellect. Yeah, this may be where we are struggling to balance, right? The emotion and the intellect is clashing. Why? Because we've got a lot of intellect that needs to expand, and we got a whole bunch of emotion. And that's where I feel this is like we may have got our pride stepped on or something here, our ego, and we may be going outward to fight for that, but our heart is in the middle, kind of getting squished by everything. Why? Because we're getting overly emotional. This kind of thing is what I'm getting. Okay, to expand on the 5, the fighting, understanding. Okay. Now, either we had an argument that we need to back off a bit and gain understanding from, or we did actually clarify this with someone else. We had an argument and we kind of melted into understanding. Now, the heart center is trying to open up here and flower, and that's huge. So I feel like if we haven't gone to that person and kind of made amends, I feel like we're very much in a mode where we're understanding that we need to, okay, if we haven't done it. Oh yeah, look. See, look, these are 2 very groovy cards in sync, because that is about love coming from the heart. It wants to flower and be expressed outwardly, and there's the love there. Now, see, interesting to me though, this is the stone heart, and in this deck it's like a warning: don't let your heart turn to stone or you get a lot of this, right? So now we have an understanding here from a higher heart center. Scorpios do. So this is kind of, they're going, this is a warning. Don't let our hearts turn to stone, because they're just not going to make progress. Now on the emotion and intellect, now it's interesting to me that they are a water sign, but they're overwatered in the emotional area. So there's something here that got them all riled up and not so much balanced in the thinking. And so we may have blown up here about something that is kind of needs to be they're going apologies but needs to be mended, needs to be fixed and balanced out. So our perspective here needs to be balanced out. On top of that, we get the high priestess earth. Now that's interesting, because there's the earth and there's the earth that they're lacking, right? So there is a little bit of intellect here that we need to pick up on. Is kind of the sense we may be missing. We may have an understanding emotionally after the fact, after we may have had a blowout, and then because of that we get a heart of stone, and then like an ability to try and ground out. Why? Because we got to apologize, we got to go back in here when we did something wrong or something happened here that wasn't quite the greatest, and we're trying to expand our heart center. So these points here, these changing points, are never easy. So we bring out some love cards here. On top of the understanding, what do you know? We get forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. So this is interesting, because I did get, they did tell me apologies here. So who's apologizing to whom? I feel like the Scorpio kind of blew their lid, really, is what I get. And are needing to, or maybe, they're going, it's not all, but so needing to accept an apology and forgive, or needing to give one and be forgiven. There's a sense here of that. And I feel like we may be in limbo, or like I said, if the blowout happened already, we know what we need to do. We just got to do it. And that's the forgiveness or the apology. And if not, then it's coming up. Now on top of the love card, don't get a stone heart. It says, be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. And that's full of neat stuff. The pyramids are in there, and all the planets, and sun and moon, and another, and water. It's just all cool. And she's kind of looking up there like, I could, in a dreamy kind of way, I could go anywhere, I could do anything, and it's limitless, and da da da. So there's something here about the heart center and the love. Yeah. And 2, I think the Scorpio might be getting caught up in a lot of intense energy in that moment about the conflict. So they're just needing kind of a little bit of a distraction there. How do you say? It says be in the present, dream of the future. Kind of like positive way forward, instead of being in a negative mode. Now the high priestess of earth, what do we get on her? Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So that's the sense here, is this person's heart center is just kind of starting to open. And like we have a couple here that's kind of rolling into the sunset. That sunset is kind of highlighted in each one of these love cards here. A flame anyway. And it's like we want to ride off in the sunset with someone, but yeah, we just need to apologize because I feel like it'll be okay. It's just we have to really feel it from our heart, though. They're going, we can't just say sorry and then walk. You know, there's a sense here of feeling it from not from stone, but from that rose, right? That wants to come forward. That's what they're saying. All of them fell off. Okay. Oh, man. But anyway, so that's that. Okay, the native card talks about gathering your tribe. Okay, so let's go there. Do that. See what this is about. I feel like this has to do with kind of being this card of being in the moment and whatnot, like being the present, I think has to do with friends. We may need to kind of distract ourselves out of things a bit in order to realize, kind of remove ourselves from the trees. You know what I'm saying? Gathering the tribe. Okay. It says you are loved, you are lovable, and you deserve love. Support in all forms is flowing to you. You can relax. There is so much love around you. Communicate from your heart. Share your truth. You are safe. Diminish your time with those who do not empower you or believe in you. That's huge. The native spirit wants to know if the gathering, if the gathering your tribe card chooses you, this means that sustenance in all forms is flowing into your life. Your people are those who resonate with you. Your people can include animals, plants, minerals, trees, as well as people. Be willing to ask for what you want in life. This is the time to put your needs before the needs of others. Your tribe is waiting to support and nurture you as you nurture yourself. Sometimes your friends are more your family than blood relatives, and find people that and cherish them, and your vibe attracts your tribe. Now, the sense here I'm getting too is that the Scorpios may be in a situation where they're just focusing 100% on the relationship, and they just don't have like a social life, or they're not mixing it up at this time. They may have a social life, just not engaging, and it kind of came to a crescendo, and now they need to kind of go outward and look in new areas and find new things because they need to kind of have a break, right? That's kind of the sense I'm getting. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Now the flower you get is the azalea, and it talks about temperance, find balance, and be centered. Rhododendron, it says there. Okay. So azaleas, these are very pretty, and they talk about tempering. Yeah. The energy. So watch your temper for one, and getting highly, yeah, because we may have a couple here that is very much isolated together, too much to the degree that we're just kind of almost getting on each other's nerves, and then we blow, and then we don't want to apologize. It's the sense I'm getting. We're just not wanting to apologize. So however that sits. Okay, into the sex cards. First card for Scorpio. 3 swords. Look at that. They're fighting. Now, this is interesting because this is about kind of the dual card here. It's not focusing. Okay, the story here is this man speared this other man because he was with his wife, or he thought he was with his wife, and he figured that he would be a hero by doing this, when in actuality the woman didn't come to him. She went to the guy that was da-da-da. So she's not loyal. It shows her loyalty, right? And he's kind of shocked by this. So this may be a scenario that you're in, on, or doing, or whatever, or going through. There's something here about disloyalty and a surprise within that. Next card. 10, the wheel, and that is about fated experiences within a love partnership. Now, this could be something as well that's been written that has to follow through. So we may be going through kind of a rough patch we're going through a tipping point here in a relationship by the sounds of it. No. Ace of Cups comes next. The cup overflows, and that speaks of the loving emotions and whatnot. And now I'm getting a sense of emotions, period. We have a lot of emotions in an area here, and it may not be for a partner that we carry. It may be for someone outside of a relationship, and this may be having to do something with a fateful path that we're coming across here. So on top of the 3, we get the Strength. Yeah, and the sense that I'm getting here is we may be with someone who is fighting for us, but we're shocked because there's no loyalty there. So whatever side of the fence you fit there, because this guy's fighting against thinking the woman's going to run to him and say, oh, thank you, and he ran to the guy that he was beaten on. So there's a strength here that needs to be had by both parties. I feel more so the offense, because he the sense that I'm getting here is he did that figuring he was standing up for the partnership, and she was just never loyal to him. So he was very much in a dissolution, right? So he needs strength to get through that. Now on the Fate card, we get the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups is here. She looked like she can be drinking a little bit. So we may have this in the mix. We may have people that are in the drink a little bit. She's also, this is the Dreamer's Tarot, and she is the emotional dreamer. So she's dreaming of emotional things that she just does not have at this time. Her cup's kind of empty, and she's going, I wish I had a full cup, But she is a queen nonetheless. So there's an essence here of love wanting to go outward. Now, on the Ace of Cups here, what do we get? What do you know? Ace of Pentacles is double the aces, wands and pentacles and swords, and new foundations here, I feel, in love is what they're saying. Okay, I go within the same partnership. They're like, no. So there's new foundations that want to be laid here is really what I'm getting. Okay, now as we go into the Strength card again, that man is needing to deal with all his strength to deal with this, because it's kind of like it hit him just in the last minute. He took that guy out, and he doesn't realize that the partner wasn't loyal to him. So we get the King of Pentacles. Now the King of Pentacles and the Sextat, he is kind of an attacker. As I put, he is imposing his energy on her, and she's just not wanting it. So what's going on here? Someone here is trying to get away, is what they said, from somebody. Okay. Now in this scenario, this woman is trying to get away from this man, but he didn't know that. So whatever, right? So this is an expansion on that as well. Now on top of the Queen of Cups, again, I was getting a kind of tipsy energy there. Someone, it's not quite, maybe not a tipsy energy as much as kind of all in her head and not much grounded in reality. She's kind of dreaming of love that's not there and whatnot. Like she's got all these emotions, but no one to give it to. But nonetheless, there's an offer here being had, right? Because we got someone here going outward to offer love to this guy. Well, he's passed out, but this guy's hard luck, Jack. So what's going on? Okay, here we go. Queen of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. This card always symbolizes to me, it is 10. It is the end of a cycle. Pentacles is about those things that we have in the earthly plane. Now, this man is not touching her. And when I set the energy for this card, it's about things that are at a distance. Again, we got distant stuff going on here. So we may have someone here in a relationship that's wanting to remove themselves from it, but their object is in the distance. Okay, it's not grounded. That's what they're going. We need to ground out here and get something solid, but we may not have anything solid yet. Now, next card is the 8 of Pentacles. That's pretty clear cut. there's no more love offerings in one direction. We may have someone here who's very forceful in the bedroom, and it's taken all our strength to fend them off, and we want to go in a new direction here, but it may be a distance, may not even be there. It may just be the hope of someone being there. But in the meantime, we're just not how you say, we're not absorbing that energy in the bedroom at all. So to get into the infinity cards on top of this king here, that's usually very forceful and large and in charge, but too much. So for the partner, we have worship. So this is interesting because someone here may worship another partner, but somebody's trying to flee. But that partner that they're worshiping may be trying to get away. Is a sense I'm getting. Okay. Now, on the 10, again, I was getting a sense of distance here. That person that's fleeing, I feel like they're trying to get away or gain distance or gain something of outside of the relationship. I get elation. And I feel like, give me a minute here. I'm going to go to the next card. On the 8, that's about no sexual activity in the bedroom, a refusal of such. We have affection, one sweet day. Now, okay, because when we go back here, we had a situation, right, where we were fighting. It's fighting words, right? This may have been with our partner. Too overbearing. This man may worship this woman in the bedroom, but just a little too much energy here. We had a fight here, and there may have been something that happened there, okay? Now, the sense is, with this 10 they're giving me now, it's like, yeah, the distance, we needed to get away from that partner for a while to gain our composure. Elation is it's way beyond composure. And we may have had to have an apology here and sweeten the deal a little bit here with some affection and bring it back. Now, we could have this happening within a relationship as a, what do you call that? Kind of like they take off, they have a big fight, she takes off, and then they come back and they make up and da-da-da. There's that scenario. And then if there's singles, it's going from one partner to freedom or singlehood is the sense I'm getting. One overbearing partner to where we don't have to deal with that anymore. We may have someone actually on the single side that is coming at us with quite a good platter of sweets, if you say it that way. A lot of affection that we're not used to. Okay. Now, the sexual cards, the second row. We got the 4, the Emperor, that talks again, right? This guy's large and in charge. The Emperor is the divine masculine in this deck. That's how they depict. So there's a sense here as somebody is in charge of the, like, involved in this, okay? So that's what's going on there. Now on the 22, again, if this is the Emperor, then that signifies that he is very much in control of the relationship. And to a degree, we made a fight, and now we got to make up. Now on top of, this elation, we get balance cards. So this is good because it shows that we bring everything back into balance. Now on top of the affection that comes forward, we get 20, judgment. Okay. So, yeah, no matter what this, okay. The scenario here I'm getting is somebody who is a bad boy or a bad girl. That's what I'm getting. Okay, now bear with me. Something happened here. We had a blowout. Okay. Now the partner come in, set their law down and said, you create balance here or stuff's going to happen. Now they're deciding, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to, like, this guy's sitting here deciding whether he should indulge or like treat her right, or how's he going to treat her? Like, da-da-da. So there's something here about needing to make a decision, I feel, within this relationship, because there's a lot of, I don't know if it's third party energy or just like a sense of leaving for nothing, like leaving just to get away from the partner and then coming back. So it's a need to get away, no less. Now, on top of that, Emperor, we have the Fool. And that is about new directions. So we could have people that are starting fresh. And again, I was picking up on both. Like you could be leaving this relationship or you could be upgrading. If you're leaving, you're going in a new, either way, you're going to be going in a new direction. Now, on top of the Balance, we get the Temperance again. Jeez. Yeah. Because there's Temperance here with the Azalea, right? Temper yourselves. And this is over the energy of the Balance, Temper. This is the same things. A need to change and shift. Something has to shift here in order to make a balance. And I feel like there may be some resistance there. Now, on the Judgment, again, it's like, are you going to make up your mind? Are you going to do this? I feel like the Scorpio is trying to create balance, or somebody outside of them is trying to create balance. It's not coming. They're stalling. Like they're going, I don't know. Like they're not wanting to put the hammer down here. We get the Moon card on top of that, and it seems like they're just going to let it float. Now, there may be some things here that are unknown, some unknown factors, and the unknown factor, they're going right back to this card. We may have someone outside of the relationship that is not known. So that may be, we may have loyalties outside of the relationship that we don't, the partner doesn't know. So we're ready to go off in a new direction. And they're asking for change. And meanwhile, they're thinking, I'm not going to change. I'm just going to leave. That kind of thing. That could be Animal card. Hoy, this is not a good week for water. It's talking about the honeybee and reciprocity, and that is equal give and take. And that is what they're trying to strike here. And I do not feel that the Scorpio is going to find it or give it or whatever it is. There's something missing here. So I feel like somebody's going to leave because of that. Somebody's headed off in a new direction because they can't strike balance. And it's like they may even be lying about things. And I mean, when you deal with water signs, it's just not going to work because the instinct is there, right? So that is, man. Yeah, you know what? I'll do the air signs as much as I can here tonight. So I'll come back in here in a bit and do the air signs. So that is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. So I will see you in a bit for the air, and that'll be it for today. So take care, have fun, and be kind.